True media, when will it ever get better? You know, I done lived to see probably like 4 different presidents in my lifetime. I done seen a lot of laws change. I done seen a lot of things happen over the span of my life. I done heard politicians promise the people how things was gonna get better. I heard the government promise the people how they was gonna make things better, but things never got better. And it don't matter who you selected as president. It don't matter who you voted for. Things always stayed the same. It never gets better. And it seemed like you really have to understand and realize, like I've been realized, ain't nobody coming to save you. Ain't no politician, no president. Nobody is coming to dig you out of this bullshit that we facing when it comes to this system. You feel what I'm saying? When will it get better? We got all these resources, natural resources given to us from God. God gave us all these natural resources. It's more than enough for us to thrive and take care of our families and to be happy. But we still is suffering from this system. We still suffering from these rules that's in place. And we just somehow don't know how to seem to get this shit right. It seems like we going backwards. We in a world where as we grow more towards the future, it seems like we going backwards. You feel me? It's getting worse. When will it ever get better? You know what I mean? Like, when will it ever get better? When will this world wake the fuck up and start taking a stand for what's right? When will it ever get better? You know what I mean? Because it's always something. It seems like, you know, it's just, we compounded with we've been compounded with bad news. We've been compounded with trauma, drama, negativity on so many levels. When it comes to economics, when it comes to the cost of living, when it comes to, you know, violence, crime. When will it ever get better, dog? You know what I mean? Because it's to the point where, you know, I can see this world crumbling before my eyes, man. Everybody in a state of shock. Everybody in a state of panic. And no matter who get elected into that office as a president, they always promise you some shit before they get in that office. And when they get in there, they don't do shit that they talked about. They don't do shit that they promised you. And I'm realizing everybody for theyself, every man for theyself out here, dog. This system is designed for the rich to get richer and the poor to get poorer. And they don't give a shit about you. They don't have programs out here in place to help you in case you know, if you in need or if you fall on hard times. So what the fuck is the government for? What is they for? These people make up rules. These people they regulate shit. They demand shit. They expect us to do a certain thing and they tell us how to live, and we got to pay taxes and do all this shit like that there. They making up all these rules for us to abide and live by. But yet, when some shit hit the fan and the people need them and the people need some kind of assistance, they ain't nowhere to be found. What the fuck is they for? You feel me? They claim to have all these natural resources. They claim to have it figured out. But yet, it seemed like they just confused as us. They just as fucked up as us. And this is why I say, man, we have to take a stand or we gonna fall for anything. We can't just be going along to get along with how shit is no more, man. We gotta start speaking up and speaking out. Marching ain't gonna get it. We can't just keep marching, holding up signs by the freeway. That shit ain't gonna do nothing. We gotta start blowing shit up. Straight up, we gotta start blowing shit up. You know what I mean? Because it's getting to the point to where they not listening to what we telling them. They not hearing us. When will it ever get better? When will, it be enough for everybody to thrive? When will crime go down? When will homeless, cease to exist and dry up on the streets of America? When will you don't have to, for the first time, the government, you can kind of, depend on them to try to come through for you when you fall on hard times? When will this shit get better? They always currently telling us it's gonna get better, just have faith, this, that, and the third. This shit ain't getting no better, dog. It's getting worse by the hour, by the second. And it seems like the more we, fade off into the future, the worse it get. We have the worst leaders the world has ever seen. These people don't know what the hell they doing. You feel what I'm talking about? And so we got to understand, man, we at the point where we got to stick together, dog. We got to take matters into our own hand because we make up the government, not them. We got the power, the people. The power has always been in the people. We outnumber them. They don't outnumber us. We got to start fighting for what's right and making sure that if necessary, we're willing to go to certain depths like our ancestors did. We got to be willing to not only fight for what's right and speak up and speak out, but we got to be willing to die for what's right. You feel me? And that's some real shit. Everybody out here just talking. They talking about what's going on, but ain't nobody out here willing to put their life on the line for this shit. And until we start getting to that point to where we willing to put our life on the line for our kids, our families, and what we believe, ain't shit gonna change. And I'm just saying, man, when will it ever get better? Every president come and do the same shit, nothing. They promise you a gang of shit before they get in the office, but when they get in that motherfucker, they don't do nothing that they said they was gonna do. City council, the mayor, they not fixing shit up in your city, really. They don't got no programs for the kids. They ain't got no programs for they citizens when things happen or, something to help the people. Nothing. Crime steady going up. Cost of living steady going up. You can barely even move or afford a place. You feel what I'm saying? Because you have greedy ass landlords and shit. Realtors and shit that's, trying to take advantage of the people just to earn an extra buck to make, it's like the basic necessities shouldn't cost. It shouldn't cost a whole arm and a leg to have shelter, to have food on the table. These basic necessities that people need, that people can't afford to get because we got people in place that's controlling and dictating certain rules and regulations of this economy to keep this economy from thriving like it's supposed to. And my thing is, when will it ever get better, man? When will it ever get better? This shit is getting worse. You feel me? And I don't want people to, this not a message to scare nobody or nothing like that, but I'm just saying, like, this shit is getting to the point to where it's just getting out of control, man. We have all the resources and tools and necessities that we need to make this shit better. But somehow, some way, it's keep getting worse. We know what we got to do to clean up homelessness. Look how many vacant properties it is. Look how many vacant homes it is out here. Nobody living in them, but you still got people homeless. So you mean to tell me you got all these different homes and shit out here vacant, nobody living in them, but you got people out here homeless who ain't got nowhere to live? Think about this shit, man. You got all these so-called jobs out here that need people to work, but these jobs ain't paying you enough to pay your bills and to keep up with the cost of living. It's crazy, bruh. You print money. How the fuck is people out here talking about they going bankrupt and people ain't got enough money to survive, and you print this shit? This whole system is designed and set up to do exactly what it's doing to people. You feel what I'm saying? And this is why a lot of people questioning what's going on, because you know this shit ain't right. You know this shit ain't right. And all I'm saying is, no matter who get elected, that's why I don't believe in voting. That's why I don't believe in politics and all that shit. I stay away from that shit. Because no matter who come and who go, don't nothing change. Don't nothing change. You can't name not one president that really build the infrastructure that you seen that blossomed into some shit to where it affected you in a positive way. You can't name me one. And the ones that did try to do it got assassinated, got killed. You feel what I'm saying? And it's to the point to where it's like, what the fuck do we need the government for, bruh? We the people need each other. We need to stick together. What do we need them for? They only making shit worse. You know what I mean? They not here to help. They not here to serve and protect. They not here for the people. They not worried about, they don't have our best interests at heart. They don't care about our families. They care about what they got going on. As long as it ain't affecting them and the shit we got, the shit we see ain't affecting them, and the shit we going through ain't affecting them, they can care less about what we go through and what we deal with. And I'm just saying, man, when will it ever get better, man? All these wars out here in the world, it's always a war, or we always on the, on the break of a war, or, it's always rumors of wars and shit like that. What the fuck is we still warring for, man? It's enough for everybody to exist. It's enough for everybody to feed their family and shit like that. You know what I mean? Like, what is the problem? Like, why is, but see, I know what the problem is. It's greed. It's control. This shit is based on power. And they willing to go to certain levels to manipulate you just to take advantage of you. So they got us focused and worried about the wrong shit out here that don't even matter. You dig what I'm saying? Man, it's time to take a stand, man. Stand up and be willing to die for what we believe, man. If our ancestors showed us anything, they showed us, man, you gotta fight. Fuck the bullshit. Nigga can't just keep marching and keep talking. Nigga gotta get out there with them guns and get out there and put your life on the line if you really want some change, man. Because you ain't about to beat these people at their game. You feel me? You got to take some shit. But my question to y'all is, man, when will it ever get better, man? And I ain't talking about for certain individuals. Because we have become a society of individualism. I'm talking about for the collective. We going backwards. The more and more we climb into the future and we fade into the future, it seems like we going backwards. We doing shit backwards. So, man, y'all put y'all comments on the bottom of this video, man. Y'all already know I'm chiming in. You feel me? I got to hear from y'all real quick because this shit out here is nasty, dog. And then you got people out here who's, it's like motherfuckers is chasing their tail. They ain't getting nowhere. They chasing their tail. They running in place and they expecting to change and different results. You feel what I'm saying? But they ain't doing shit about it. They ain't doing shit about what's going on out this motherfucker. And the main thing is, these people know, you feel what I'm saying? You can talk to you blue in the face, but what you gonna do about it? See, that's what they gotta, see, we gotta be like our ancestors, man. We gotta be on some fuck it type shit. See, I'm ready for the revolution to start. Fuck all this shit, you feel what I'm saying? Because one thing I know, man, see, you gonna die anyway. Straight up. Why not go out dying for what you believe and what's right? We wouldn't even be in this position where we are right now if it wasn't for our ancestors' blood. You feel me? If it wasn't for their blood, my nigga. Straight up. So I just want to let y'all know, man, just answer this question, man. When will it ever get better? The shit that y'all voting for and the shit that y'all think that's going to help y'all when it comes to these presidents and shit, man, that shit don't mean nothing, bro. That shit is all a game, bro. That shit is, it's staged. If you can't see that, I don't know what to tell you. These people don't give a fuck about nothing but them and their families. They not here to serve the people and to make it better. You feel what I'm saying? So it's time to wake up and take a stand together, man. Real talk. But until next time, man, I love y'all. Y'all stay up, man. Keep your head on the swivel. Pay attention to your surroundings. You dig what I'm saying? And it's time to stick together, man. Talk to y'all in a minute. Peace out.